You don't wake up to sunlight. You wake up to a sound you don't recognize, a heavy iron gate slamming shut. The air is thick, hot, and carries something metallic. You try to sit up, but your body aches like you've already been beaten. Then you hear it, thousands of voices above you, chanting, waiting. Your name is Marcus Reed. Yesterday, you were just a man trying to survive. Today, you're standing beneath Rome's Colosseum, and in a few minutes, they're going to send you out there to die. No training, no mercy, no second chances. The man who brought you here paid for a show, and you aren't. If you refuse to fight, you're killed. If you fight and lose, you're killed. And even if you win, there's no guarantee you walk out alive. Most people think they could handle it, that they'd be brave, strategic, maybe even survive a few rounds. But the truth is far simpler. You wouldn't last 24 hours in this place. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why. Before we dive deeper, let us know in the comments where you're watching from. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss any of our upcoming videos. They keep you underground, where the light barely reaches and time doesn't move the way it should. You can't tell if it's morning or night. The only thing that matters is when your turn comes. Around you, other men sit in silence. Some are whispering prayers. Others stare at the ground, unmoving, like they've already accepted what's about to happen. You notice the scars first. Deep, uneven cuts across arms, shoulders, faces. These aren't new fighters. These are survivors. And the way they look at you tells you something immediately. You don't belong here. Not yet, but you will. A man sits across from you, older, maybe in his 40s. His name is Thomas Hale. He watches you carefully, then finally speaks. He tells you the first rule. Don't trust the arena. You assume he means the other fighters. He shakes his head. No. The arena itself. The sand, the gates, the timing, the crowd. None of it is random. Every fight is controlled. Every outcome shaped before you even step into the light. And suddenly, this doesn't feel like a contest anymore. It feels like something else entirely. Hours pass, or maybe minutes. You're given food, if you can call it that. Barley mash, dense and tasteless. Water that smells faintly of iron. You eat because you have to. Your body needs something to hold on to. Thomas tells you most gladiators aren't who you think they are. Some volunteered, chasing fame or money. But most were forced. Prisoners. Slaves. Men who had no choice. Men like you. And the ones who survive long enough become something the crowd loves. Not because they're human, but because they're not. Then the sound changes. The crowd above grows louder, more focused. Something is happening. A fight, maybe. You hear the roar rise and fall, like waves crashing. And then it hits a peak, followed by silence. Not calm silence. Anticipation. Waiting. You don't need to see it to understand. Someone just died, and the crowd is deciding what comes next. Your name is called. Not Marcus Reed. That name doesn't matter here. They've given you another one. Something shorter. Easier to shout. Easier to forget. You're pulled to your feet, handed a weapon you've never used before. It's heavier than you expected. Your hands shake, but you try to hide it. The guards don't care. To them, you're already gone. Just another body stepping into the sand. As you walk toward the gate, Thomas speaks one last time. He tells you the second rule. The crowd decides everything. Not skill, not strength. Them. You don't fully understand until the gate begins to rise and the light floods in. It's blinding. For a moment, you can't see anything. Then slowly, shapes begin to form. The arena stretches out before you. Massive, endless, and filled with people. Thousands of them. Watching you. Waiting. Across the sand stands your opponent. He's not rushing. Not charging. He's calm. Focused. Because for him, this isn't new. He knows what to do. You don't. And that's when the fear really sets in. Not the fear of pain. The fear of not knowing what happens next. Of realizing that every move you make could be the wrong one. The signal is given. The fight begins. You hesitate for just a second too long. He doesn't. The first strike comes fast, catching your arm. Pain shoots through your body, sharper than anything you've felt before. The crowd reacts instantly. Not with concern. With excitement. They lean forward. They want more. And you realize something that changes everything. This isn't about survival. It's about entertainment. You try to adapt. To react. To survive. Every movement feels slower than it should. Every decision comes too late. He presses forward, controlled, efficient. He's not trying to end it quickly. He's drawing it out. Because the longer it lasts, the more the crowd gives. And the more they give, the more power they have over what happens to you. At some point, you fall. Not completely, but enough. Your balance breaks. The weapon slips. And suddenly, you're exposed. He steps forward, ready to finish it. But then something unexpected happens. He stops, looks past you, toward the stands, toward the people who came to watch. And in that moment, your life is no longer in your hands. It's in theirs. You hear it, the sound of thousands deciding your fate. Some want you gone. Others want you spared. It's not about justice. It's about what they feel in that moment. And that's when you understand the third rule. Your survival depends on people who don't know you and don't care if you live or die. Time slows. You're waiting, not fighting, not running, just waiting for a decision you can't control. And this is where most people break. Not in the fight itself, but here, in the realization that nothing you do matters as much as what they choose. But this is only the beginning. Because even if they let you live, you don't leave. You go back underground, back into the dark, back into the system that put you here in the first place. And the next time, it won't be easier. It will be worse. Because now, you know exactly what's coming. Days pass. Or maybe it's hours. You lose track completely. The fights continue. Some men return. Many don't. You start to see patterns. Certain fighters are favored, protected. Others are thrown in with no chance at all. The illusion of fairness fades quickly. This isn't a competition. It's a performance. And every role is assigned long before you step into the arena. Thomas explains more as time goes on. He tells you that even the strongest fighters don't last forever. Injury builds. Fatigue sets in. And eventually, everyone reaches a point where they can't continue. When that happens, they're replaced. Quietly. Efficiently. Like they were never there. You begin to change. Not physically, but mentally. The fear doesn't disappear. It shifts. Becomes something else. Something colder. More focused. You stop thinking about escape. Because escape isn't an option. You start thinking about survival in smaller pieces. One fight. One moment. One decision at a time. And that's the real reason you wouldn't last 24 hours here. It's not just the danger. It's not just the violence. It's the system. The control. The way it strips everything down until all that's left is the question of whether you can endure what comes next. Because in the Colosseum, survival isn't about winning. It's about lasting just long enough to be sent back out again.